Now, subject number 2 for today. The fact that Trump has discussed pardons for his 3 eldest children, his disgusting, filthy son-in-law, and Rudy the Bat Giuliani. He is discussing with advisors. This is the way the Times puts it. This is the way the Post puts it. This is the way just about every publication out there puts it, that he is discussing with his advisors. Do you know who his advisors are? People that run supermarket tabloids, people to whom he owns billions of dollars. I'm sure Russian military intelligence is giving him some advice. And of course, the filthy, disgusting Rudy the Bat Giuliani, and probably Jim Jordan of Ohio, him too. Oh, and his faithful companion, Lindsey Graham Cracker. Yeah. Those are his advisors. And he's asking whether he should grant preemptive pardons to his children, to his son-in-law, and to Rudy the Bat. And he's also talked with the Bat about pardoning him as recently as last week. According to people briefed on the matter, who, for some strange reason, are not authorized to speak about all of this. Trump has told others, according to the New York Times, that he's concerned that a Biden Justice Department might seek retribution against the orange bastard by targeting the eldest of his 3 children, Donald Trump Jr., that coke-addled son of a bitch, Eric Trump, who looks like walking cat piss, and Ivanka, don't even go there, Mike, as well as Jared, the Nazi Jew Kushner, a White House senior advisor. Now, keep in mind that Ivanka and Jared were denied after background checks by America's intelligence agencies right after Trump took office. And there were still functioning intelligence agencies at work in this country. They were denied the necessary security clearances, Ivanka and Kushner, because of their filthy backgrounds, and Trump went ahead and just granted them anyway. It's okay, Ivanka, come here, let Daddy, give you one of our special hugs. Ooh, baby. And you, Jared, I'll include you because, you're as much of a con artist as I am. The Trump Jr., that nasty little fuck, has been under investigation, or had been under investigation by Robert Mueller, for contact that Trumpy Jr. had with Russians during the 2016 campaign. But, of course, he was never charged. And Kushner, the Nazi Jew, he provided lies to federal authorities about his contacts with foreigners for his security clearance, but he was given one anyway by his pappy-in-law. What a family. What a political party. What a collection of miscreants and bastards and thugs and con artists and liars, my God. So, according to the Times, the nature of Mr. Trump's concern about any potential criminal exposure of Eric Trump, or Ivanka, the one that looks like walking cat piss, or Ivanka Trump, well, that's unclear. Although, according to the Times, an investigation by the Manhattan District Attorney into the Trump Organization has expanded to include tax write-offs on millions of dollars in consulting fees by the company, some of which appears to have gone to Ivanka. Oh, really? No. And of course, we are well aware now, because we've been told over and over, that presidential pardons do not provide protection against state or local crimes. They just don't. Oh. And the bat's potential criminal exposure is also unclear. But as the Times reports, he was under investigation as recently as this summer by federal prosecutors in Manhattan for his business dealings in Ukraine and his role in getting the American ambassador there fired. Remember that? Of course you do. And that plot that Giuliani was in up to his strange nostrils, that plot was at the heart of the impeachment of the orange bastard. So, all this speculation swirling, and I watched MSNBC last night and watched a couple of the hosts there just barely able to contain themselves. They wanted to do what Malloy does and say, what the fuck is going on? But of course they can't because they're on television. Anyway, the speculation swirling all around Washington and New York and the television networks about pardon activity at the White House is churning furiously, underscoring how much the Trump administration has been dominated by investigations and criminal prosecutions of people who were working for the orange bastard. For 4 years, it hasn't stopped. Well, a very simple explanation for that. That's because the Democrats just didn't like the fact that Trump soundly kicked her ass, Hillary Clinton. So all the Democrats, all the liberals decided to undermine this glorious leader, the cousin of Jesus H. Christ, Donald J. Trump. Isn't that the story that the Christian ministers tell their brain-dead flocks? Yes, it is, Mike. Mr. Trump himself, if you remember, this was singled out by federal prosecutors as individual one in that court filing in the case that sent poor old Michael Cohen, his former lawyer and fixer, to prison. Remember that? Individual one. Oh, let's try to figure out who individual one is. Let me see. Walt Disney? No, he's dead. Who could it have been? Individual one. Bill Clinton? Well, yeah, probably Bill Clinton. That's probably who it was. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.